It's Beer O'Clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Riff Brewing Company. Brand new brewery based down in the Mumbles in Swansea. And it's a can of this. First of all, let me show you the Beer Riff. I love that little logo. I think it looks great. It's a can of their Strutter American Pale Ale coming in at 4.5% ABV. And it's described on the side of the can, which I really like, a naturally hazy beer. Boom! Let's get it out into a glass and see what we get. Oh, nice and calm. Normally these glasses are a bit poppy, you know, they're quite carbonated, but that was pretty nice. I'll get into the whole story about Beer Riff in a moment. I know a bit about them. But first of all, let's put the beer on parade first, yeah? That's what we're here for. So a 1 to 2 finger, slightly off-white head. Nice coloured beer, nice golden coloured ale. Good levels of carbonation rolling up the middle of the glass. It all looks very good so far. Let's get the aroma. It's quite clear, but there's a little bit of a haze going on there. But they did explain that. Here we go, aroma. Ah, it smells fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Lots and lots of... I'm picking up a mixture of tangerine and fleshy blood orange. A touch of grapefruit. My grandfather, I probably told you this story a million times. I used to go at my grandfather's on a Friday when my parents went out drinking. He used to look after me and my sister. And on a Saturday morning, we would wake up to like a freshly cut grapefruit. He would cut it in half and put some sugar on it. And it would be like this bittersweet experience that was kind of like mind-blowing. Really, really good. And in the aroma, you get that slight fresh cut grapefruit and with a little bit of sugar on the top, you know? Let's dive in. Smells great. Cheers. I really like that. Boom! Stone the Crows, Stone the Crows. What a really, really good American Pale Ale. Easy drinking, juicy, fresh. The hops are popping. It's got a nice bitterness on the back end. It's not overly bitter. It's got lots and lots of flavour of fleshy blood orange and grapefruit and tangerine and a little bit of mango. There's lots going on, lots of hops. It's really good. Really, really good beer. Nice carbonation, pushes the beer on the inside of the mouth. A little bit of dryness to begin with. Still very refreshing, but there's a dryness there. You get a little bit of stickiness from the amount of hops that they put into this beer, which is great. A little bit of hop stickiness on the lips. So that suggests to me, drinking so much beer that I do, that there's a ton of hops in this beer. And of course then the flavour hits you. There's some nice biscuity, bready malts coming through as well. There's a nice base layer of malt underneath everything. But a juicy, fresh, easy drinking, all round lovely American Pale Ale. Let's see how hazy this beer is in, or is. Didn't finish my sentence properly. There we go. So this can of a batch, you can imagine, brewing vessel, fermenter, top, clear beer, clear beer, clear beer. When you're pumping the beer over into the mobile canning lines that these people use these days, and then you get to the bottom, and then you might get a little bit of haze and stuff going on. That's the reason why they put a naturally hazy beer then on the label, because this is probably from part of the batch which was near the top, so the beer's had time to settle, and it's great stuff. It's quite clear. Let me tell you a little bit about Beer Riff and of course the Pilot Brewery. If you remember, I brewed a fantastic saison Revolver Saison with the Pilot Brewery a couple of years ago, more than a couple of years. It's got to be 3 years ago now since I brewed with Richard down at the Pilot Brewery in the Mumbles. Some of him from the UK will probably be aware of it through the channel. You've probably seen the beers and so forth. It's a little brew pub down on the Mumbles in Swansea. What they've done is that they've decided to open up another brew pub a few miles up the road in the Mumbles because it's doing so well. And rather than call it like the Pilot Brewery Mark II or Pilot Brewery 2, or they've called it a completely different company, which is, and this is it, Beer Riff Brewing Company. I just think that they've gone about it really well. Great design on the can. It's not quite open yet, so if you're travelling down to Swansea, if I'm releasing this video October, November, it's not quite open yet. It'll be open in December, so they've probably brewed this at the Pilot Brewery site in preparation for Beer Riff opening its doors, which will be a fantastic new brew pub in the Mumbles there in Swansea. Google them up, have a look. They're probably their website, or they do a lot of tweeting and stuff on Facebook. So if you're really interested in that kind of stuff, of course you are, you're watching my channel, you're interested in beer, then have a look at their Facebook page or their Twitter account, and you'll be able to see some stuff or certain updates of when they're opening. Rating them for this rather lovely American Pale Ale. Good carbonation, nice biscuity bready malts to begin with, and then a fantastic whopping smacking round the mouth with the hops. It's very, very flavoursome hops that are coming through. It's citrusy and grapefruity and a little bit of pine needle coming through. There's some bitterness on the back end. It's not overly bitter, there's more flavour coming through, which is the fashion these days. It's what these brewers are doing. They're managing to pull more flavour out of the hops, and they're managing to ditch the bitterness a little bit, which just seems to be the fashion. I like both. I like these New England IPAs. I like these old-fashioned, big old bitter pale ales and IPAs. I'm not really that fussed by what style of IPA I have, as long as it's got lots of hops in and it's nice and tasty. Rating for this beer, I stoned the crows. I think it's really good. I really like it. I think they're going to hit it off here with a very, very good start. Beer Riff. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It's a 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! And cheers.